And we are live. Welcome to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and today, the first thing we're going to do is actually go shopping. So, my goal for today, I'm going to do all of the dailies, and then if there's time, I'm planning on going and finding the tameable yogs. I don't think, yeah, these are shops. One of these shops had whips. From what I understand, whips are what you use to tame mobs. There we go. I want the time. Okay, so how much does this cost? Retail price is okay. Cheap fee, yeah. What are the, or how are my skills with it? Okay. This is like beginner whip 101 level. So let's purchase that item. And that cost me 12.12, so I need to add that to my wonderful log here. Okay, so 12.12. Okay. So if we get to taming yogs, that will help. What the hell is this? Bio ID verification. Used for verifying targets and often applied as locks for doors. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure these are all ELMs. Yeah, because like this one. Oh, can I? No, I'm not quite ready for this one. Oh, that's burly. Holy shit. Yeah. No. Teddy bear. There's some cool shit in here. That's a dog. That's not a bear. New Year champagne. Books. Ostalok plush. Zadul plush. Okay. We're done. We're getting out. Come on. Stay on task, Julian. Oh no, shit, there's an auctioneer here. Okay, so. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Please make sure you take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Alright, all the intro stuff taken care of. No, I want to go kinetic. We're going to finish up. I did my vlog for tomorrow earlier tonight. And so I did a lot of the Shoggoth daily while I did the vlog. Because efficient use of time, right? So I'm going to finish the Shoggoth daily. We're going to move on to Yogs. I also picked up a replacement combustive attack neon. Oh shit, I bought a 2. I should have bought a 3. Oh, that was an expensive mistake. So you know what? I'm gonna have to go and correct that expensive mistake, because this isn't gonna do what I need it to. So yeah, 38 versus 51. Ugh. I mean, it would probably be okay for Yogs, but not if I'm going after cultists. Turn that off. Bad Julian. Let's see. Combustive. Oh, shit. Calypso. There we go. Attack nano chip 3, which is what I thought I bought, and obviously I fucked that up. Which is odd, because that means I might have bought them for the same price? Ugh. Well, I'll end up using it somehow anyway. No, they were just really close. So yes, and we're going to pay for the express delivery. That makes it 44 ped. Do yourselves a favor. If you're going to do this, buy it ahead of time. Only spend the 2 ped, or just travel back to Calypso. So 8.5. Ugh, that dipped into my profits a little bit. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. Sometimes people make mistakes. I can always resell the level 2 chip, or I can use it for hunting other things. This is why you need to pay attention. Get ourselves out to where I like to hunt. You know what? Nah, we'll keep going. I was just thinking, we should just go to the cave, but I don't think there are... Are there yogs in the cave? There are probably yogs in the cave, and I'm just not remembering. But for now, we'll hunt overworld, and if we get through all of these dailies, then we'll look at finding the place to tame. And if we don't do it today, well, we've got the Valentine's event tomorrow, and I'm going to make every effort to live stream tomorrow. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm live streaming instead of spending the evening with my sweetie, it's because unfortunately my sweetie is not with me this year. We're still together, she's just not here. And after her workday, she'd probably be sleeping anyway. That's okay. There were 24 roses waiting for her when she got home, so I have done my duty. Just in case y'all thought I was neglecting her, I wasn't. Okay. What else? We're gonna throw out the leprechaun. And then we're gonna pop a skill pill. We'll pop a 50%er. I'm gonna have to deposit for ammo soon anyway. Which is gonna really cut into my profits, especially with that damn mistake I made. That's okay, we should make a good chunk of it back tonight. At least in theory. This spell is a bit slower. Like, what is... 23, whereas combustive I think is 30. Oh no, 22. I haven't even maxed that out yet technically. Jesus, I was looking at the 4 and I'm like, no, I am not ready for this shit. One shot. Oh, there we go. Ah, crap. That's okay. It's not like 2-on-1 is gonna hurt me. Hey, welcome to the Manor, guys. Thank you for joining me. Global! 9 ped. That's good stuff. I will never argue with a global. No, 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 no. Kill him first. There we go. Now you can kill him. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, so something I want to address in my last live stream over where the cultists are, and we're going to end up over there sometime tonight. There's Colonel Wang. And I had mentioned how it was kind of incongruous, the name on Monria, because it doesn't fit the theme, and I wasn't sure if there was if they had bought it off, Colonel Wang had been there, but come to find out, and I didn't realize this was one of the people. I knew they had done this, I didn't realize this was one of the people. Colonel Wang is actually a permanent addition to Monria in tribute to a player named Wang Sheng, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. My Mandarin isn't terrific. But Wang Sheng had... let me see if I can't find the actual post on it. Actually, you know what? DME sent me the information on this. So give me just a second here. So, yeah, all of the daily mission providers, the one at Forensics, the one in the Shub Cavern, Colonel Wang, and Negated, are actually based on actual players' avatars. They were considered good contributions to the community. I don't remember the exact... Let me see if... Okay, yeah, they had made significant contributions to the community, and so Monria, to give back to them, named the 4 daily providers after these 4 characters. And so I wanted to correct the record on that. I think that's very important. But I think it's really cool. First off, it's cool that these players had been so proactive within the Monria community that the Monrian team decided that they deserved recognition. And the fact that the Monrian team went out of their way to provide recognition to these players by basically making their avatars immortal. Because they'll always be there. You know, you don't see stuff like that very often. I know there's a couple cases where Blizzard's done something similar, but in this case, because it's all very much organic, there's very little commercialization relative to, say, like World of Warcraft. I think it's an amazing thing that Monria did that, and it's not for... They didn't do it for the kudos and for people to say, oh, you know, this is amazing, and they did it to recognize the players. They did it as a thank you, and that is huge. That is absolutely huge. And I can't commend Monria enough, the Monrian team enough for that. Hey, Victor. Thanks a lot. Right now I'm just doing mostly the dailies. If we get through the dailies, or if I get bored, which is bound to happen at some point, we're going to go locate the tameable Yogg. Are located somewhere in a hidden cave, where the entrance is in this passage here. And I'm going to try my hand at taming, I think. I picked up the whip and everything. I've never used a whip before. There's a joke in there somewhere. But, I've never used a whip before. I've never tried taming pets. So I thought it'd be a cool thing to try. And if I don't do it today, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so... Oh, and another correction I need to say is, yeah, the last live stream I did, I said go to monria.com. It's not monria.com, it's monria.com/forum. They don't use the monria.com. There is like a white page with a link there, and because I'm lazy, I do it. Don't do it. Just go monria.com/forum. Hit the little bookmark icon in the corner of your screen, so you can just jump there whenever you want. There is a wealth of content and information there. I actually have one of the Monrian forum... Ah, damn it. I have the Monrian forum actually open right now on a different tab. But there's a lot of good information. Just like on Cyrene, their forum is a wealth of information. I'm sure that all of the Planet Partners do that, But these are the two that I really spend a lot of time on, other than maybe Calypso. And I'm not a member of the Calypso forums, which, okay, maybe I should be, but I'm not. I really enjoy the two communities between Cyrene and Monria. And so, those are the communities I tend to hang out with, quote-unquote. Spasibo, Victor. Spasibo. Thank you. He just wasn't dying. Okay. We're almost through this Shoggoth daily. And we're slowly working on our Kill Shoggoth quest, which, you know, doing the dailies at the same time. And people were telling me for ages, do them both at the same time, don't be a moron. Well, I'm stubborn and kind of a moron. But you know what? There is a jacket, or a long coat, that I would love to get, and it's something like 6,000 daily tokens. So I figure if I keep working on it, maybe by the time I'm old enough to retire, I'll be able to get it. And I can get 8 tokens a day from Monria. I might, according to DME, I should even be able to take on some of the shubs in the cave. Which, it's been a long time since I've fought shubs. I don't know for sure. I do know I would have to use my sword. So I might have to wait until my next deposit to try that. Or I take a trip to Calypso, because I need to... I'm going to have to do a supply run to Calypso at some point to pick up weapons, so I'm not constantly doing the shipping charges, because that eats into your ped card fast. The fact that I spent 12 ped on shipping fees tonight alone just kind of makes me... It makes me twitch. I don't like that. I should fly back to Cali and do it the way you're supposed to do it. But I got lazy and I didn't want to take the time. And I mean, because if you go out into space, if you're flying back and forth, like you're going for a supply run and you come back, that's easily an hour of your time. So, where is it? There it is. I will do supply runs. Of course, I won't do it live. I won't do it, because flying through space is fucking boring. But, I mean, it's space. And in fact, they mentioned this in a Star Trek Picard episode. One of the characters who had never been to space, which I know is kind of interesting for a Star Trek episode, but she had never been really in space. Like, maybe she went up to the moon or whatever, but she never actually like, traveled at warp speed or anything like that. She was a scientist. She goes, interesting thing about space, it's really boring. Yes, if you are traveling through space, especially at sublight speeds, you're going to be staring at a lot of emptiness for a very long time. Now, fighting in space is awesome. Unfortunately, the things you fight in space have a nasty habit of giving you globals. And I say it that way because when you get a global, everyone knows where you got it. So you get a global and now every pirate in the Entropia system knows where you are. So you've got to turn around and haul ass to the nearest space station to sell that shit, not at markup, before you get shot down. Been there, done that. Didn't get shot down. I made it back to the station, but a couple of quad wings just happened by after that. So that's always fun. Doing pretty good here, though. 96 pack, 44 pack. I mean, we didn't kill very many of them. We're going to turn in the token, and then we're going to go see Negated. And then... we still have, what, 5 ped? 4.2 ped here, and then we have this whole one. So I know we're not going to run out of combustive attack nanochip. This still irritates me. Although, you know what? Maybe I can use it in the cave hunting the slightly higher level Shoggoth. Thank you. I think that's one daily token. Okay, so let's go down to here. To the mining camp. And then we're going to start fighting Yogs. And to do that, we are going to need armor. Ghost. These guys I use armor for. I don't know when I'm coming back to Cali, Victor. It might be after St. Patrick's Day, because that's Monria's biggest event of the year. Being as my family is Irish, extremely Irish, like my great-grandmother was almost born in Ireland. She just happened to make it here. Her mother just happened to make it here before she was. Ireland, of course, has a very close place in my heart. So I think I'm going to be here through St. Patrick's Day in all likelihood. And then I'll probably take a trip back to Calypso. I need to connect with a few people, and I'm sure that you want to be on that list of people to connect with. And then after that, I'll be going to Cyrene for a bit. And then after that, I'll, probably be coming back here to Monria. Although I have said I need to get to Entropia at some point. These guys are ugly. I could totally see these guys being like a rite of passage for Monrian-borns. Like their coming of age ceremony is hunting after a Yogg. And not using like rifles or anything, like here, have a spear. Go kill yourself a Yogg and prove that you're an adult. Right? That would be a cool piece of lore. Or even if it was just like one society or one clan of people on Monria that did that. I call them the Yogg Hunters. Spider killers. There's an idea for you. 259. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good. But no, I mean, these guys, these really say, like, predator when you look at them. You know what I mean? Yes, they're... All of the things on Monria are technically predators. Shoggoth, though, Shoggoth don't come off at me, like, with the primal, visceral feel of a predator. It's just ugly, right? It's a greater demon of Nurgle. If you're a Warhammer 40k player, I probably just lost all my viewers for that joke. Or it's like the abominations from WoW, or, and I'm not downplaying the work that Monria has done on them, because quite frankly, Entropia Universe is older than World of Warcraft. It's just I'm lacking for things to compare it to. It's a blob monster. And yeah, it's horrifying, but it's more disgust than fear, right? You get that disgust, and it makes you want to just stay as far away from it as possible, because it's disgusting, and it's slimy, and it pukes all over everything, and it hits you with tendrils, right? It's a totally different feel from the Yogg. The Yogg are basically human-faced arachnids. And that primal feeling of hunt or be hunted really comes around with the Yogg. Are you still stuck in prison, horse? Are you waiting for more players to be able to kill, or are you beyond that point so now? Yeah, Rocktropia has this whole storyline quest chain where you get thrown in jail. And Horse actually cued me in on it. I haven't read about it yet. I know I need to do that. You know, bad YouTuber. But I haven't been to Rocktropia other than to drop off passengers. And I know that's a piece of my resume I've got to fix, and it's on my list. But what can I say? I'm having a lot of fun here. And I know there's unique items there you can get to. But I want my books. 4 chapters. I want those horns. And I want the UL helmet to attach them to. And if I'm really fortunate, and Ludius is with me, maybe I can manage to get all the pieces before anyone else. Because there are UL helmets out there. And a couple people have the horns. But no one's put them together yet. Oh, geez. So you're going to be in prison for a while. Now, are you actually stuck in there, Horse, or can you, like, teleport out and teleport back? Okay, no, you can escape. So you probably used a teleport chip or something of that nature. Which is exactly what I would do if I was going to do that quest chain. It's like, I am not going to be stuck in this prison for months on end without knowing how to get out. I'm going to take a teleport chip, I'll work on it when I can, and I will, you know, pretend I'm on furlough or some shit like that. Maybe I'm an escapee. Nine viewers. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Welcome to the manor. Did I just screw that up? Ah, damn it. Sorry, my lady sent me a message and it's Valentine's Day. You're damn right I'm going to answer that before anything else. Okay. There we go. Pretty quick, I am going to have to take a break because I have fatherhood obligations coming up. Got to put the boy to bed. So when that happens, I may just step away or I may terminate the stream for a short time. It depends on how long it's going to take. Yes, acute sharpness. Hunting can be rough sometimes. Teleporter chip 2. Excellent. You can spend rock bucks, but then they extend your sentence? Oh my god. Never Die put a lot of thought into that quest chain. Right behind me. Giant ass spider. I do have to say, Rocktropia does seem to have a lot of interesting features that, of course, I haven't explored yet. But I know you can pick up a lot of unique items there, like the kegs and the records. And I think I don't know if they still hold live concerts there, but I know that they have held live concerts there, quote-unquote live, where the actual band is performing for Rocktropia, and they have avatars in the game. which I think is awesome, right? Like, how cool can you get? Oh, yeah. It depends. Acute. Some things I've seen, I've gotten some loot that goes for some really good markup, but generally, yeah, you're talking 101 to 105. Some people, that as a rule, if it's less than 104, they won't even bother putting on an auction. They'll just TT it. And I can kind of see the wisdom in that, because there's something called opportunity cost, and you have to wait the 7 days, and then maybe someone won't buy it, and then you're out the fee. So I can see it, but I mean, every once in a while you get a really good drop, like a gun or a piece of armor that does go for good markup. And wouldn't you know, Lorespade just dropped a video. Mind Force usage is better amped up. I was looking at amps earlier, and I'm like, no, I won't do it yet. I mean, yeah, they're cheap. They're only like 3-4 ped because they're all limited. At least the ones that are available on Monria. I'm going to buy amps and stuff like that on Cali. I'm going to go to Cali first. I'm not just going to keep pumping out for fees. So, when I'm done live streaming, go check out Lorespade's video. I will admit, and I know part of it's because my cycle is my shot cycling is getting faster, but it does seem like it goes faster even with the same chip, and of course it seems like it goes faster because the number of shots per minute I can do is getting better, which I don't know, have we maxed this out yet? I was right on the cusp. Nope, we still have one more per minute we can do, and my range is just a little shy of max. I did look at the 4s. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I looked at the 4s, and I am nowhere near ready for the chip number 4s. Like, I would be just throwing ped in the toilet and flushing. So, acute, something I would recommend, because you're on Cali, right? Give a minute to respond. Incoming. An Arc Lancer. Shout out to Wolf Kurd Fleischer. Pretty sure that's Fleischer. It might be Fleischer. It's German by the looks of it. Acute sharpness. If you're on Calypso, consider going to another planet, because your returns will be better. That's not universal, but generally speaking, I've noticed my returns are better here on Monria and on Cyrene. Arcadia, the returns are similar to Calypso, but it's all different stuff. You might find better markup there. Okay, you are on Calypso. The young don't really drop boards. If you want boards, go to Royal Club and fight the bigger Berry Clud. They drop boards. And all the time that I spent hunting Berry Clud young, and I spent a lot of time hunting Berry Clud young. A lot of time. I don't remember ever having a board drop. I'm not saying it didn't drop, I don't remember boards dropping. If you go to Royal Club down on Amithra, they have the level 12 Berry Clud, which I don't know if you can take them yet or not. But that's where you're going to find the boards. And because it's an owned land area, the tax rate appears to be more favorable. I don't know how the tax rate works versus the amount of loot you get. I've always had better luck on an owned land area than off of one. That's my individual experience. That doesn't mean it's going to be universal, but I'd give it a shot. And it looks like Victor's coming out to help you. Okay, after this one, we're going to head over to Negated. No, I know that you have to pay the tax. It comes out of your total returns, but at the same time, overall, my luck has always been better on an owned land area. So what I'm saying is I have always thought that Calypso itself has a core tax rate that is actually higher than the owned land areas. I can't prove it. It might be in the form, it just means that, you know, I get less skills, right? Maybe they tax your skills rather than out and out loot. I don't know for sure. But for some reason, it's always appeared that I get better luck hunting on an owned land area than I do off of one, which means my generalized assumption is going to be that Calypso has a core tax rate and it's like almost 10%. It's probably not that high. It might not even exist because it doesn't really fit in with what they call their loot algorithm, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist because Mindark still has to pay their bills. So, okay. I'm going to need like 10 minutes. I have to put my son to bed because I'm still a father. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back and we're going to finish this Yogg daily. So I'm going to turn my character around so he can see the Yoggs. Not that he can do anything if they attack him because I'm not here. But I will be back shortly. Okay, guys, I am back. Fatherhood duties have been completed. And I can go back to hunting yogs. Actually, Acute, to answer your question, which you probably posted when I was away, the landowners do post the tax rates on their lands. You just have to visit the land area marker. The big thing that makes noise at the hub for the land area, they're actually rather annoying sounding, but if you click on it, you'll find the tax rates for that land area for both hunting and mining. And so when you're looking at where you want to hunt or mine, look at the tax rates and see if they're favorable to you. There are land areas that don't have any mobs at all that are strictly for mining if you're a miner. And those can be really beneficial to miners. And so I'd recommend kind of exploring all the land areas, the different islands as opposed to just on a Mithra, which is where most people hunt, because there's a lot of opportunity, I think, and I think there's a lot of places, even on Calypso, that are underappreciated. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. That was close. Oh. That's some good stuff. Did I think Serial Overdrive just logged in. He did. Cool. Oh. So again, I can only presume, but I don't think that Calypso, because of the way the land ownership works, I don't think the Calypso tax operates on a land area. The player strictly gets that amount because of the amount of money that a player invests into it. That only makes sense. Or if Calypso does get a kickback from it, it's minimal. Because I mean, they're going to get all kinds of kickbacks from players who own land anyway. If you're charging tax, you're probably doing withdrawals. If you're doing withdrawals, they're getting the fees for that. Because they charge something like 1%. And so they're going to make that money. Calypso will get their share, which is what they're making for providing the space and the server and the electricity to maintain those things. And the player who operates the land area is getting their share for doing all the work of maintaining the land area and for their investment. And so I have the feeling that the tax rates on the land areas themselves are as stated, and Calypso might even get a chunk of that. But as for the rest of Calypso, I don't think anyone knows outside of Mindark. Now, I do know that Monria, because it's specifically stated, or at least it was last I checked, because it used to be advertised, that Monria has no tax rate at all. And I believe it because I'm looking at my returns here, and they are significantly better. They are statistically significantly better than Calypso. That doesn't mean that it's a huge difference, but it's a noticeable difference. Yeah, there's a pirate hanging around out there. So you're coming to me, Victor. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to go visit a queue. That same pirate shot me down on the way here. I had a couple pills on me that I didn't realize were lootable. So he got pills. Whatever. I might have lost like 2 ped. Whoop-de-doo. I still think it would be really cool for like a couple of friends to get into quad wings with gunners and just go like pirate hunting and have one person in a Sleipnir as bait. So you'd send the Sleipnir out and you'd have the quad wings just kind of hanging out, barely out of sight kind of thing. The pirate jumps out to take the Sleipnir, and then the 2 quad wings come down. They're all firing guns. Ah! What's quite insane to think about, Acute? Yes, that is very true. It does not mean you get 100% returns, which is actually... That's mostly true. Because your efficiency does play a part in it, making sure you're hunting at your level or below, making sure you're using the right weapon for the job. That all plays a factor. The other part of that is that just because you don't get it in loot doesn't mean you're not getting 100% back. Because your skills still cost money. That portion of that goes into your skills. Because, I mean, let's face it. The most efficient way to make money in this game is to sell your skills. I won't say the most efficient. They have the highest markup. Your skills have the highest markup in the game, period, dot. Don't believe me? Go to the auction house, look at skill chips. The markup on skills is absurd. That's how you can make ridiculous money in this game, is just hunt for skills, build up the skills, and just chip out pieces of your skills, and you can sell them for like 50,000% markup or some stupid thing like that. And people buy them. Which is good, because that really drives the economy. I mean, if I wasn't so obsessed with being ridiculously powerful, I would probably contemplate making money that way. I could probably make a fortune. Well, not a literal fortune, but you know what I mean. On the Yogs? Oh, give me a second, I can find out for you. There we go. So, pull up my handy-dandy spreadsheet. We'll get a new one. So, if I've got 72 pet exactly in ammo, and I kill this level 5, because that's going to make a difference. And keeping in mind, I'm not going to count decay because these chips decay so slowly, it's just not worth counting. So call it 1.2 ped. I got roughly 5, 45, 55 peck back, but I got a shitload of skills to go with it. And don't forget, I've got my skill gain pill going too, and I don't know how that affects the ratio. I think it has a definite impact on the ratio because I've noticed that my loot is lower with the pill on than without. So it definitely has an effect on it. Yes, finding a trader or crafter that buys everything helps too. It does guarantee you markup. And see, that one gave me 171 back, so that was... that's more than the amount that it costs to kill it, on average. So there's a little bit of RNG, but not a huge amount of RNG. And you're going to end up... There's a loot pool of some sort. I don't know the Ludius code. I don't know the Ludius formula. I would love to learn the Ludius formula, but if I found out the Ludius formula, I'd probably get murdered. It's the best kept secret in the Western Hemisphere. Actually, it's Sweden, so that might be the Eastern Hemisphere. I got 0.55 back, and I got a shitload of skills to go with it, so it would be better for me to measure this, and I got 1.5 back for that one. It'd be better for me to measure this when I'm not under the effects of the boost pill. Because 50% skill gain is huge. So, that's a good question. I'm willing to look at it, but if we're going to do this mathematically, I have to remove the buff. And one, I don't think you can remove a buff. And even if I could, I'm not willing to remove a buff like 50% when I've got roughly 15 minutes left, and the only way for me to get these pills is to deposit or to spend a huge amount of M tokens. That is a distinct possibility. I mean, the more efficiently you hunt, like if I'm hunting shogs with my Buchan Spear rifle, they don't cost hardly anything to kill. They don't give up a huge amount of loot, but overall I tend to be profitable. Now keep in mind, profitable means, you know, I might be making a pet an hour. But it's still profit, as opposed to loss. But, I mean, let's face it, the only sure way to really make a profit here is deeds and shares. Because you can always resell them. As long as you pay attention to the market, you can get capital gains rather than capital losses. And you're going to get that passive income. Which is a term that I absolutely detest, but it's basically how it works. Okay, that's fair. What's your average high? And then what is the profession level of the skill you're using to kill them? Keeping in mind also, I'm using something that I'm not efficient with yet. If I were to pull out my LR25, I'd probably be making better returns than I am with this particular chip because I'm deliberately skilling something that I was bad at. If I were to pull out a sword, it would be even better than that. Of course, I would have to invest in a sword that had a lower rating than the normal sword I use, because I'm pretty sure even these would get one-shotted with the LB35 I normally use. Or at least damn close to it. Especially considering the amp I put on that sucker. However, fighting shubs, that's what I'm going to be pulling out. Excuse me, LB30. I do have a 35. And I think I'm almost ready to use it. Like, seriously. My damage is still a little low, but everything else is good. I might do some shub hunting at some point. That would be interesting. I mean, technically, the LB30 is a little more efficient right now for me. But you've got that skill boost, which you sacrifice pet for more skills, is what it comes down to. And I'm willing to do that, because I'm someone who just wants to be more powerful. Your animal looter is all the way at level 32? The hell is my animal looter? Like, I know I've got a decent animal looter skill. It's probably resource collecting. 23. I don't know what these guys count as. Are these animals or are they mutants? Shoggoth too. I don't know if they're animals or mutants. And I'm not seeing... Oh wait, that's not the right one. Looter. Mutant looter. Oh, scourging, skinning. So these guys count as animals, probably. They're not giving me a huge amount, though. Scourging, I'm not seeing at all. So the Shoggoth might count as animals, too. I mean, that would make a certain amount of sense. I don't know if that's supposed to say gopher or gouger. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say gopher, which I find very amusing. That is fair. That is absolutely fair. And the Shoggoth also give off animal muscle oil. So what it's really going to come down to is, what are the shubs? You know, I might save this stuff for texture. That'd be a very interesting texture to have on my jacket. I don't even know how to use textures or anything like that. I got to figure that out. I mean, I have an idea of how it works, but I've never done it. It's just like animal taming. I have an idea of how it works, but I've never done it. Like, I am the only one online in this house right now. I had less lag while we had people watching Netflix and Amazon Prime videos. I'm sorry, not Netflix. YouTube. Global! 13 ped. Not huge, but again, I'm not going to bitch about a global. You will never hear me bitch about a global. And we're up to 11 people. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the manor. We are currently completing the Monria Dailies. If you haven't been to Monria, it's worth coming. Gotta hunt down those damn chapters. Pyrokinesis is going up pretty well. We've gained half a level in pyrokinetic. That's pretty good. So if that's the average low, what's the average high? Victor, I don't understand what you're asking. Oh, looter absolutely has impact. It absolutely has impact. Looter is the most important thing when it comes to the amount of loot you get. At least from what I can tell. I don't know for sure exactly. I mean, I don't have the Ludius formula. Right? I don't have the Ludius algorithm. I pray to Ludius like everyone else in this game. I don't have the algorithm. I do know it's a fixed algorithm, and the RNG here is very, very minimal. Oh, you're coming here to buy a weapon? No, the market here isn't terrific. It could definitely use some help. But I would totally do all of the beginner missions if you haven't been here before, Victor. They are worthwhile. I'm pretty sure I did them in some of my earlier videos. If you go back to the last time I was here on Monria, go check that out. I did a lot of those on vid, but okay, Acute, that's fair. And Victor, if you want to buy weapons, always check the auction house from the planet you're on. There's a drop down for it. You can check that out. I missed. And I still managed to aggro the damn thing. I didn't miss, I hit him. Even though the fireball went in the wrong direction. Well, Monria is a terrific place to start. if you're looking to get away from Calypso, if you're a Calypso person, or if you've been to, you started on another planet, you spent most of your time on Cali, or if you've spent more time on another planet, come to Monria. It has a lot more to offer than meets the eye. It really does. The motto of Monria is to expect the unexpected. And it's absolutely true. Make sure you go register at the Monrian forums at monria.com/forums. And just look over the wealth of content that's on there. They've got the whole backstory. There's like 5 ebooks about it. They're the next things I'm going to read. I'm currently reading a manhwa, which is a Korean manga, called The Gamer, which I think would actually interest a lot of people who play this game. But as soon as I'm done with reading that, I'm going to be reading all of the backstory on Monria. I think there's 5 ebooks on Monria. It might be 4. They might be working on the 5th. I'll have to look that up. Some of it is written by DME. Some of it's written by another person who, I don't know if they're still a developer or if they were a developer. I'm pretty sure they're still a developer, or they're a member of the community with approval. But either way, like, I opened the first one expecting it to be short, and it was like 99 pages. I'm like, oh, this is not a short endeavor. This is going to take me time, and that's a good thing. That means they've actually put thought into it. Victor, I will post it down below, or in the, I'll post it, just give me a second. There you go. That's the beauty of Entropia Universe, you can multitask. If you watch some of my early videos, you'll hear the clicking in the background. I didn't know about auto use tool, and I didn't know how to use auto use tool. So I played Entropia Universe like you play WoW, except it was only one button. Click, 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 click. The team here on Monria are extremely proactive. They're fantastic people. Speaking of which, I totally forgot to... Oh, damn it. Shit. Totally forgot to post the fact that I'm, streaming. I have a whole thread with which to do it. I am an idiot. Where did it go? Tell me it didn't kick me out. Son of a bitch. It helps if you actually post the fact that you're streaming. Streams. Where did it go? Damn it. I actually have a place which I can put my streams into the Monrian forum. And I can't find the damn thing. They've got one for Twitch, which is its own thing. Which makes sense because they can actually link Twitch streams in. So I don't stream on Twitch, I stream on YouTube. Which... Discord, formulate info... Foreign program, community initiatives, player created events, missions. Here it is. Okay. I am less stupid now. Oh, and it even links it like directly in. That's fucking awesome. Yes, if you're Monrian born. Oh, we got the vacuity of preparation. Ooh. This is what happens when you're not paying attention. You just attack whatever. Really not that worried about it, although I'm probably gonna have to cycle my ammo here pretty quick. Ooh, wow. We're burning through a lot tonight. That's okay. You know what? I have a solution for that. I've picked up ammo actually. There we go. And 2.48. That's kind of sucky. Could have gotten more ammo than that. I mean, more return than 248 for a level 16. Although honestly, if you're going to end up getting like the good stuff, you're probably going to get it off of them. Gotta watch my health now. Come on. And just like that, we have ammo. And more pills. Let's see. Monria is located Whoops. Probably helped if I was doing the right thing. So this is Calypso. That's Monria Space Station. If you go to Monria Space Station, you can teleport down to the moon. You can't get to Monria any other way. They formed it like an asteroid, so it's considered an internal location. And yes, acute, 400 pet ammo. Last year I spent 800 ped every single month just to keep my channel going. Not every single month, almost every single month. If I wasn't facing the fact that my job is ending at the end of March, I'd totally be all in still this year. Once I figure out that little problem, I'll be back to where I normally am. And I am in the negative for the first time this year. Oh yes, the auto heal or the auto use on healing does stop. It's not just for the FAP though; it also works that way for the skill chip, or not the skill chip, but the Mind Force restorative chips. Really, horseshoe heavy object. I had to tab out for a minute. I come back. There's all the good stuff. Looking up at the chat. Cycling ammo is different than depositing, though. Cycling 500 ped ammo per day, you're gonna go through quite a bit of it. So I get it. I totally get it. But with like a 400 ped ammo, I'll cycle this ammo 20 times before I even look at needing to deposit again, maybe 30. But I'm not hunting every single day like I used to now either. Because that's what I did last year. There were months at a time where I'd be in here hunting 2-3 hours every single day to build my avatar up. That's why I'm currently over 100,000 skill points. At the beginning of last year, I don't think I'd broken 50,000 skill points in January of last year. Now I'm over 100,000. The rewards for what, acute? Skill boost. Oh, cool. Speaking of which, how's our Mind Force chip doing? Down to 69 pack. Oh, we're doing pretty good. And the loot could be a touch better, but not terrible. Definitely not enough to complain about. It's more like I could use another global. Come on, Mindark, I'm live streaming. And no, that's not an honest complaint. Whoa, whoa, wait, go back, go back. I'm showing up on my own recommended as number 1. That's funny. Not gonna lie. Number 4 for Entropia Universe. No, 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 no. That was not a reward. I deposited live and on camera. That was a deposit using the web shop. That was not a reward. That's how I sustain managing to be a content creator. Now that being said, my biggest loot of all time was 890 pet. So it is absolutely possible. I got that doing Mayhem. You can absolutely do it. But in this case, that was not the case. Sorry about that, Acute. That was my bad. Probably one more to finish off this daily. That I was aware of, because it has the extender set below. If you look at the Mind Force, and we just finished the daily, holy shit, we gotta walk. If you open up the thing, you've got the extender slots in the bottom. I did know that. I haven't played with extenders, so I don't spend money on them yet. I don't know if they're efficient. I've heard rumor that it's really only efficient once you get really high in level. That doesn't mean that's the case. Persecutor of Abyss, I gotta kill you. Just on general principle. I'm probably gonna have to heal. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to heal. Holy shit. And then recently I found out you can do amps. Amps on Mind Force. These bastards. Unreachable. You know what? Let's take out the level 4. And he's unreachable because he's stuck on the level 4. There we go. One good crit deserves another. Not quite sure what you're getting at there, Q. With the extender. The looter bonus I get. That's pretty straightforward, but not the extender issue. Holy buckets. Wait a second. Okay, you're just level 6. Which I knew we were going to aggro anyway, but whatever. Come on, we're almost there. Nope, time to heal. Extenders are an attachment, like an amp? I thought they were an enhancement. I thought all of the extenders were classified as an enhancement. But even then, is it really eco to do that? And I know that my opinion of eco is not necessarily terrific, but just from a straight out efficiency standpoint, is it worth it? Victor, if you want to do that, I would appreciate it. Or not Victor, Horse. I think you're on my friends list, aren't you? You should be able to PM me if you're in game. And if not, send it as like an email via the Entropia email system. Send it as a message. And I'll try looking at it tomorrow. God, can these guys look any more like spiders? Okay, so it works like an amp. Did not know that. That is good information to have. Thank you, Stuart. There. Yogs are done. So, before we go after cultists, let's see. Whoop. Okay, let's go into the cave here and see if we can't find the secret entrance to the place where you can do the taming. That I did know. For some reason I thought it was the same thing. Oh, yogs. Well, look at that. We're hunting more yogs. Because that's totally what I came here to do. Son of a bitch. At least I still get trapped for that now. There is a secret entrance somewhere in this area to a bigger cave elsewhere. We are going to find this entrance with any luck, and if not, well then screw it, we'll go hunt shubs. Gotta be... There's another yog. Yeah, I know. I spent over a year with that issue. They're cute. When I first came here, I'm like, oh, I can be really efficient if I just turret the thing, and then we're all cool, and I didn't get any loot, and I'm like, well, fuck my life. That wasn't planned. The entrance has got to be around here somewhere. I mean, if it comes down to it, I know that there is a link inside of my Facebook messages. DME sent them to me so that I could find it. I do want to try to find it myself. I'm pretty sure it's actually like down here somewhere-ish. Oh, there's water there. Ha! I'm walking through a puddle and I didn't even notice. I'm not a huge crafter. I should be, but I'm not. Every once in a while, like if I'm during the summer, I have to split wood. We use a wood splitter. It's not so bad, but I still have to do quite a bit of manual labor to do it. And so what I'll do is, as I go out to do the wood splitting, because we have a wood stove and that's how we keep warm, because like tonight, it's 4 below 0 Fahrenheit out. I'm going to repeat that. It's 4 below 0 Fahrenheit out, and it's really nice to have heat. And oil is expensive. What was that? Oh. Thank you for the links. Oh, it's Persecutor of the... Did I just kill you? Yeah, 4 below 0. So during the summer, I do a lot of wood splitting. So what I'll do is I'll set up an Entropia universe, set up for explosive projectiles, and I'll fuck off and do wood. I'll come back in an hour and check on my progress. Cat, thank you for joining me. Hey, Horse, I really appreciate your help. I'll look through that. Might even do it here in just a few minutes. So Horse's Velvet. I keep forgetting what your Entropia Universe avatar is versus your screen name. I gotta remember, your Velvet Hammer. That's good. Metal residue is how we make it so that you know, when you're crafting weapons and stuff, it's all at full durability. Better quality stuff. Horse and Hammer are the same person. Okay, time to switch. Move this there. There we go. The entrance might be back here somewhere. Man, the higher level ones are the named mobs. The arbitrator of the vermin. Let's see if we can avoid these guys for the moment. I want to find this cave entrance, which might be back in this hooked area. Damn it. Nope, vacuity of perforation found me. Okay, Acute. Define EP and BP. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do, but you know what? It's part of the expense. You have to put the money in order to get the good skills, and once you get the good skills, you can actually do something with them. But the thing about crafting is once you're high enough level, you can make a living off this damn game. I mean, there are records that people do it. So, I mean, there's nothing you can... There is no way you can make money where there isn't some sort of an investment, whether it's time or cash or whatever. In this game, it tends to be both. Welcome to real life. This is art mimicking life mimicking art. Or life mimicking art mimicking life. Doesn't matter. It's the same idea. I need to heal before I die. got a message. A couple of my real life friends are actually watching this too. Let's see if this... I think I'm moving into the... Look at this. I'm like off the map. Most pirates will only shoot you down once. I think I found the entrance. I am off the map. Okay, time to prepare to equip that whip. Once we find the ones with the hearts on them, which means you can tame them, we're gonna need it. So, there we go. Shit. I managed to close my YouTube chat because I'm an idiot. Also, my friends think they're hilarious, or one particular friend thinks he's hilarious. I know you're there, Odd. I know the suggestions you're making. Yeah, I mean, auction house is gonna work like an auction house. It could take several days for you to get that in the money from selling your stuff. It's the way it works. Does it suck? Sometimes, yeah, but that's life. I should have come in here to kill Yogs. Holy shit. I love how this isn't on the map. I think that is awesome. Can I make it through here? Is this the entrance to the bigger area? Look at this. Like, I have never been here before. I knew there was a hidden cave. Oh, I found out there was a hidden cave due to the virtual map, or the interactive map. Holy buckets. This is amazing. This is where the tameable Yogs are supposed to be. We're gonna switch to a lower level. Nope. Yeah, but if you're gonna do crafting, that's a whole different animal from doing just regular gameplay. If you're crafting, you're doing this to make money. Long term. You are tameable. Okay. Nope, not that one. Let's see if this works. I don't know that I'm doing this right. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think this is how you do it. Spirit and respect. Okay. That's interesting. I have never done this before. So every time they hit me, my respect goes down. And the whip does, like, minimal damage. Which makes sense if you're trying to tame it rather than kill it. That's interesting. This is pretty cool, actually. I'm getting all kinds of tear up and whip skills. So my buddy Odd is watching this, and he's at the house of another friend of mine, 2 friends actually, and on my Facebook check, it's like I got called out by a streamer. He's got the biggest shit-eating grin. These are my friends. Let's see what happens when respect goes over. Spirit's getting lower. I don't know how this ends up working out. Whip. 4 skill points. Like, do I have to... I don't know what to do. Like, there's I think they both have to cross the line. Like, respect has to be above, spirit has to be below. Spirit moves real fucking slow. Thank you, Stuart. This is the first time I've done this. Never touched taming before. That is damn good information to have. Of course, I'm the idiot that's starting with level 5s rather than going back to Calypso and trying to tame bristle hogs. But that's okay. Considering how long this takes, I might just do the 1 and then go and do the cultists. All the innuendo. Thank you, Cat. It's true, too. There is like 30,000 jokes you could make about what we're doing here. I don't think the durability... I mean, it was a brand new whip, so I think we're okay with durability. Okay, so I've got 700 shots. If it takes me 700 shots to tame this guy, then I don't deserve to capture it. Okay? But you know what? This is a good skill for me to learn. Having never experienced this before, I had no clue what to look... You know, I had no clue what was going to happen. Didn't know, had no way of fathoming, no idea. Come on. That spirit moves down real fucking slow. Thanks, Stuart. I appreciate that. Yeah, I bought it off of one of the local vendors here. Because I didn't know what to expect. I mean, you can tell I've never done this before. My whipping skill is 8. I've earned all 8 points live here. 9. Live here on camera. It's real interesting how they do this stuff. Spirit moves stupid slow, though. Holy shit. I hope I don't kill him before I manage to get the spirit below the line. Animal tamering's going up, though, which is good. Because the only way I was ever increasing that was just by having, you know, pets out. Which has an innuendo attached to it on its own. But, this is interesting. This is different. I like different. And again, I would have been smarter if I'd gone back to Calypso and just tamed frickin' bristle hogs for a couple of hours, but you know what? It is what it is. This is good training. Again, there's a joke in there somewhere. Thank you. That is good information to have, Stuart. We seem to be doing okay, though. I won't tame more than one, because now I know just how much effort it takes, which is good. This shouldn't be easier than Pi, especially at low level. But this is good information to have. Now I know how this, or at least I've got a good idea of how this works. So once this is over, I'm not ready to be done yet tonight, so I think that after this is over, I'll take a short break, and then we'll do the cultists. This is like capturing Pokemon in the slowest possible way. And I'm pretty sure this came out before Pokemon. It might not have. I know that Compet was a thing, but I think this was out before Compet. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. I know this was part of Compet, but I'm willing to bet they put this out before Compet to get people there to be ready for it. Come on. We're getting there. It's slow. This is a slow-ass process. Okay, you know what? I know you guys are watching. Kenrick Odd, if you're gonna be making commentary, get into the damn YouTube channel and make the commentary. Thanks, Stuart. Sounds good. We'll see you on the flip side. I gotta say. So, for those of you who are watching Kat in the chat here, I actually know her in real life. And her husband. And all three of them are watching. Or no, I should say, she and her husband and a friend of theirs are all watching. That sounded weird. Sorry about that, guys. And, I'm getting Facebook messages with their commentary. Just like, guys, get in the YouTube channel, and if you're gonna razz me, but razz me where everyone can see it so they get the context. It's getting close. Ooh. I don't know if we're going to manage to tame him. We might kill him first. That spirit goes down real slow. I think I've been here over 5 minutes. Holy shit. How many shots have we... Holy buckets. We've almost hit this guy 250 times. Oof. Come on. Our whipping skill is going up a lot slower than I expected. Even with the buff. The skill pill is gone, so that's probably part of it, but still. Oh, we're at the line. I don't know if we've crossed it yet or not. And then do we have to finish taking out his HP or what? Animal lore went up, that's good. Welcome to the manor, Nate. Finally join me for real. I don't know if I'm not far enough below the line for it to count, or if you actually have to kill it first. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna be a little irritated if I find out I killed this thing before I actually capture it. These things are interesting. They're made out of, like, they look like they're made out of bones. They do. And I know it's probably some, like, alloy that self-retracts or something like that. Oh, hey, Bob's silence on. Why did that just happen? I did not say stop hitting the guy. What the hell? How do I tame him? shit. Like, this isn't good. I don't know how to tame the guy. Emotes, my avatar. I don't know why it drops the targeting when he's ready to tame. Oh, he got all his fucking spirit back. Son of a bitch. Oh, because it failed. Okay. Okay, okay. That's fine. Damn, this is like not easy. This is a definite skill to learn. Hey, we'll keep going till we kill him or manage to tame him. What the hell? And then once we figured this part out, we'll go out and kill cultists. Come on. Well, it appears to respect me at least, which is more than I can say for you. I'm kidding, of course, Ken. Or I should say, Nate. I guess it doesn't matter. You go by both. Okay, while this is trying to get the spirit back down and before it dies, I will be right back. Okay, well that sucks. Obviously, I missed the point where I killed it. That's okay. We're going to actually teleport to the nearest revive terminal, and then we will port over to where the cultists are. That was interesting, though. It's good to know what it takes to actually tame things. I'm going to spend some time learning that skill. Probably once I get back to Calypso, I'll just go after bristlehogs. Although the yogs are probably what I'm going to actually... I need to tame a yog at some point. But obviously, I don't have the skills to do that yet. Okay. Teleporter. Let's go to the military camp and let's go murder some... fight some cultists. You know, the interesting thing is they've got the leprechauns out here too. I could learn my taming by fighting leprechauns. I do have minions, or at least a minion. See? Minion. I only really need the one minion, though, so if I tame more of them, I'm gonna have to toss them into the not a meat grinder. You know what? I'm gonna have to try it just to try it, though. After I kill this illithid. Oh shit, I never got the daily. Come on. So once he's dead, we're gonna go back, we're gonna get the daily. We'll see if we can tame one of the leprechauns that are out here, just for shits and giggles. Wow, the lag. We'll do the cultist daily, and then we'll call it a night. This person cannot be a disciple. No shit! I'm not trying to make Mars a disciple. I know it's a glitch, but still, I get really amused. It's like, this can't be a disciple. Yeah, and if they weren't trying to eat me with their tentacle faces, then I might be interested in making them one. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, I know it's low on fuel. We aren't going very far. We'll do the daily. So leprechauns, oh, well, I really hadn't given it much thought. Really, they are the most interesting creature. Tell me more. Leprechauns are highly misunderstood. People associate them with trickery and evil, and in a way this is true, but they can form lasting relationships if handled correctly. I thought you couldn't trust them at all. Up until recently, they were in league with the foul beings on Monria, but they seem to have rethought their position and now fight against them. They are capricious in their allegiance, but if treated with care, they'll learn to respect us and work together with us rather than against us. Not yet, but I firmly believe there's goodness there, so with time they'll come around. So I've devoted my life to the safety, research, and recruitment. What can I do? Tame them. Sure, I'll do my best. Okay. So taming leprechauns is an actual... Oh my god, they want you to tame 200 of these guys? Minions, nothing. Oh, I just ran straight into the damn rock wall. Don't read and drive, Julian. No, don't get in. Pick it up. There we go. Don't forget the lucky charm. Really, Nate? And I want to thank DME for joining us here. Welcome to the manor. Now that I'm actively looking for leprechauns, I won't find one. Just you watch. Let's close the Yogs and pull up the Creed of Cthulhu. Kat, are you talking to me or to your husband? Okay, so this comes straight from Dark Moon Enigma. After finishing the 200 leprechauns for the main quest, it turns into a daily where you only have to do 50. No, we don't want to shoot them. We want to tame them. Yes, I drove into a rock. I totally did, too. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully the spirit drops faster than it did for the Yogs, although these are slightly lower level. Oh, yeah. I've only had one glass of scotch. I just poured my second. Oh, wow, the spirit's dropping a lot faster for these. Probably because it's a lot close. Well, it's only one level, but it really makes a difference. Now that I know a little bit more about this, it might work out better. Come on. We're almost there. We got him! Awesome! And there he is. Level 1 green leprechaun. So that's how it works. You get the spirit above the line. Not the spirit, you get the respect above the line, you get the spirit below the line, which is told to me in chat earlier. And then when it says tame now, you just hit right click until the music starts, and then you see if you succeed or not. Yes, DME, I believe I'm using the garter. Yep, the original garter, so it's like the lowest level whip in existence. I've got Dark Moon Enigma in my Facebook chat. Thank you, Horse. Thank you, Nate. And thank you, DME. Let's get this daily taken care of. Still, that's a lot of leprechauns to tame. I'll do it. I'll do every quest you throw at me. I did not expect to have to tame that many pets. Kill mobs, that's one thing. Tame them? Oof. I'm gonna turn into Ash Ketchum. I missed. This person cannot be made a disciple. Ugh. That only popped up after they did the whole engine refresh, where you can auto, where they changed the whole interface with the aiming reticle and everything. I still find it very amusing. It's like, I don't want to make these cultist bastards my disciples. They're illithids, for Christ's sake. Oh, DME says if you're doing the quest here that you got from Colonel Wang for 200 tamed leprechauns, you get the leprechaun plushie once you finish. As I'm sure you've all seen it before, I have the Shoggoth plushie because I did that quest chain. I'm working on the others. And so that's good to know. I think you get the other plushies after the 3rd level of each of the DSEC missions. I'm trying to remember when I got my Shoggoth plushie. I think it was after level 3 of the DSEC mission. Which would make sense because I'm level 4 on Shoggoth and level 3 on the Creative Cthulhu. Which, of course, is for the cultists. Navajo, Vermont. Team Rocket's blasting off again! Horse. You know, to a certain extent, I agree with you, but at the same time, it's probably it's a non-critical issue. And it always seems to be attached to some sort of lag out. So I don't know if it's the bug that creates the lag, or if it's the lag that triggers the bug. And depending on how it works, it could be either one. But the thing is that bug fixes are notoriously difficult to do, because I don't know if you've ever coded before. I've dabbled in it. My lady has been doing it she's in college for it. And sometimes you just stare at it and you're just like, the code works and I don't understand why. And other times the code doesn't work and I don't understand why. So bug fixing is its own problem because it's basically, you know, 99 little bugs in the code, 99 little bugs, take one down, patch it around, 112 little bugs in the code. Let's heal up a little bit. My singing didn't drive everyone away. I promise that my singing is actually better than I present on here. Okay, just found out Navajo, Vermont is my buddy Odd. Good to know. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. We're doing pretty okay. Got 26 ped in Shrap. We've eaten through a lot of what was left of our previous set of ammo that we're almost about to eat into today's depot. Come on. Do I have another one? Oh, yep, there he is. I mean, these guys are basically mind flayers. At some point, I need to run across the bosses. I know I am not in the position to kill most of them. I got a link to all of them, on PDF of all of the mobs, and so, like, for the Shoggoths, the name of the boss is Conscientia, the Reborn. That one's level 15. I can deal with that. The cultist boss is the Guardian of Ryla. Rilia. Rilia? I have... Okay, with all due respect to H.P. Lovecraft, I have no fucking clue how to pronounce this term, but it's level 86. That thing would eat my face off. And even for, like, the Yogs, Sothoth, which is the boss for that one, is level 71. It would also eat my face off. But if you really want to die a quick and horrifying death, go and find the boss of the Shubs. Because Shub Niggeroth is level 182. And I wouldn't be surprised if he could one-shot like 90% of the players. Thanks, DME. So the Toy Soldier mission, which is one I know I've got. In fact, where am I on the Toy Soldier mission? Yogg, kill Yogs. It's in progress. It doesn't tell you how many. Okay. Fair enough. So my next one is to get the Yogg plushie, which looks like this. Which actually looks pretty good. And then you get the call. It's a progressive mission. So you get the Shoggoth and you get the Yogg. Next should be Cultist. And then after that, I'm sure is Shubs. And then the purpose of the bosses, of course, is to be to do team hunts, which makes perfect sense because that's what you do. You don't go after these massive bosses, even if you're an Uber. You shouldn't be able to go after something that's level 183 unless you've been playing this game for 20 years and you've been fighting every day and you've been depoting from day one. And even then, it should be really fucking tough. So I've been soloing a lot of the named mobs, particularly the Bard Lube. I have never heard that before, Cat. I might have to talk to Bard about that. Where was I? Boss fights, team hunts. Oh, the named mobs that I've run into are low enough level to where I can actually fight them. But just because I've run into them on stream and I can fight them doesn't mean all of the named mobs are ones I can fight. Team hunts do have a place here on Monria. If you are in this section of the cave, you really want to have extra players. Even at my level, like, there are shubs I know I can take. There are a lot of shubs I can't. And so, at some point, I'm going to have to organize, like, a subscriber hunt or something. Just to go after shubs. There we go. I'm surprised. All of my... No, I got one global on a Shoggoth, which was worth 9? It was low. And I got another one on Yogs. I haven't gotten one on Cultists yet, so here's to hoping. So, Kat, which plushie did you like the best? The Yogs or the Shoggoth? Since I know that's what you're talking about with the "that's adorable" comment. Okay, DME, yeah, that makes sense. So apparently Ubers can generally do most of the bosses on their own, keeping in mind that Ubers are Ubers and most of us are not Ubers. This definitely includes me. I remember a time when I thought that 100,000 skill points was Uber, and then I was educated that, you know, most Ubers have in excess of 400,000 skill points. I've got a way to go. But apparently Ubers can take a lot of the bosses on their own, except for Shub Niggeroth, who's level 182. I'm hoping at some point that... okay, so you saw the Yogg, so I'll show the Shoggoth here shortly. I'm hoping that Cthulhu at some point becomes like a boss, like they do a whole raid idea thing. Cat, so this is the Shoggoth plushie. Kind of want to ask Eleanor to make one just to see the look on her face. And apparently the bosses do show up in the wave events, which makes a lot of sense. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, the Shoggoth aren't exactly the prettiest things in the world to start with. important. There we go. We've gained over 200 points in pyrokinesis. That's awesome. I haven't been using a skill buff since the first hour. I don't want to chew through them too quickly this time. I'm trying to limit my deposits for the time being. For obvious reasons. Or if you were here earlier, as I am, my job's coming to an end, so I've got to find more work, and so I don't want to get overboard with my deposits until I've figured out that issue. And no, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. It's a great opportunity for me to go back and find a different opportunity. Thank you, DME. Cthulhu is an idea and not a mob to kill for reward. Best thing to do is follow a storyline, which makes perfect sense. And the boss shows up at the end of each wave, so also makes perfect sense. So a boss will pop up in the wave events after each wave. Thank you so much, DME. I really appreciate that information. You know, I've stated that Entropia Universe is the grindiest game on the planet, and it's true, in my opinion. And yet I love it. And it's hard to tell why. But I do. And I mean, a million people love it, or else they wouldn't be playing. And I think it's because there's just so much you can do here. There are higher level named mobs. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, DME. There's in the forums you can find an attachment with all like the different mobs that are here on Monria. And it shows all of the named mobs, and it appears that they all pop up in the wave events along with being random spawns in the world. Like back here, I know this crater has a wave event, so we're going to head toward it. I don't know that I'm really prepared to do that yet. You know what? It might be worth pulling out the old sword and doing the sword thing. Oh cool, I've moved up to the number 3 most recommended. For Entropia Universe on YouTube at this moment. Whoops. Cultist enthusiast. He's an enthusiastic cultist. Let's see who we run into. Okay, it looks like that. There are increased spawns during events too. So like we've got Valentine's Day tomorrow. You're going to see increased named mob spawns. And then of course St. Patrick's Day, which is the largest event for Monria due to the majority of the developers being from Ireland, which makes perfect sense. Which is also going to create for larger numbers of heavier boss spawns. I think that this crater has a wave event. We're going to go check that out. If that's the case, hopefully it works on my progress bar. I know a lot of wave events don't. It's kind of irritating, but it's kind of the thing, so I can't really bitch about it too much. But we're going to see. But it's almost 2,300 hours, the gathering. This is it. Wait. The gathering? I thought this was a place for cultists to attack me, not for immortals. I'm gonna have to use my sword. I gotta chop their heads off. That just showed my age. Oh my god. I am an old fucker. And for those of you who have never seen the Highlander, go fix that. Here we go. Zealots. Jammed. One of the benefits here, though, is that my dodge skill is probably benefiting. Oh, yeah. It's not huge, but it helps. My evade's gone up 1 whole point. Let's just, like, do the thing. Screw it. So if we're gonna do the thing, let's do the thing. And it's a wave event, so you can see all of the cultists here. That green buff in the corner here shows that they are shared loot, which means that any number of players, even if they are not in a team, will share the loot from these mobs. Yes, Nate, there can be only one. So let's cut all their fucking heads off. Okay, so apparently the boss here is only level 42. That could still get real interesting, but I've got a chance against it. According to DME, I should be able to handle it, but my max level is 42, so we'll see what happens. And they count! They count! That is beautiful. And now I've got the Highlander theme song going through my damn head. Shit. That hurt a little bit. Keep an eye on the It's been over a month since I've actually used a weapon that's at the level I should be. Like, I'm actually using a weapon at my level. Feels good. It's like getting exercise. Now, I'm a swordsman to begin with, as Kat and Nate and Odd, who's Navajo VT, can attest. But even in a game, it's like I want to pull out the sword and just slice. Stab him. Okay, so there's a cultist wave event in the caves that does have a level 86 boss, which is pretty beastly. I want to live forever. Or at least to like 150. I've got to be the ruler of you all. Or actually, I think the song says is, I've come to be the ruler of you all. I just popped my neck in 2 places, and I'm pretty sure at my age, Icy Hot becomes your best friend, and it doesn't stop for the rest of your life. It doesn't help that I treat my body like an amusement park, do sports fighting on the weekends, and I'm a little bit broken, but you know. Okay, Kat, was it from the series or the movie? Keeping in mind, it's been like 10, 15 years since I've seen either of them. Which is sad, because they're both, like, amongst my favorites. I'm hoping that they re-release these, like, on Netflix or on Amazon Prime, which I should probably check, because they're probably there. I mean, they had David the Gnome on Amazon Prime. Why the hell wouldn't they have the Highlander? But, okay, I just really showed my age. I mentioned David the Gnome, unironically, but, was it the series or the movie? Because there is a difference. Okay. I've seen the movie twice, and the last time I saw it was almost 20 years ago, so I apologize. And I'm pretty sure in the movie, one of the immortals, the key one, was not the key one, but the mentor was actually Sean Connery. Because Sir needs a suit, and he pulls off an earring, and Sir needs it by this afternoon. I did watch this series a lot more than I did the movie, which is probably to my detriment, but either way. Yeah, it was Sean Connery. Okay. Sean Connery is like in my top 5 favorite actors of all time. Next to Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir David Tennant, which I know Sean Connery's probably a knight too. You know, DME. So DME says, "I love how the cultists dance back and forth when they discover you and you're busy with another cultist." I have to pay better attention to see that, but I've got to ask: is that intentional or is that just a function of the engine? And Kat, I promise I will watch that after I'm done streaming. Oh, here we go. The proselyte of Shutend. I'm mispronouncing that. You know what? We need to bring back the thorn as a letter. So I know whether it's Shutend or Shutend. Shutend. Because if there's a thorn instead of a TH, I know whether it's supposed to be a T sound or a Th sound. Because depending on the context, it could be either one. Because we don't know how to do things in English simply. Okay, so it's part of their animation. But seriously, we need to bring back the thorn letter. Okay, so DME says it's pronounced Shuthen. Global 77.74 ped. That is beautiful. For those of you playing the home game, that is $7.74 USD. Thank you, DME. Hunting cultists like this goes through the progress bar a lot faster, but we're chewing through the LB30, which is fine. I mean, this is really the level I should be hunting at on the regular. Even maybe I should probably be hunting the shubs at like level 20, because the levels here on Monria are higher. A level 5 mob on Monria is much higher than a level 5 mob on Calypso, which is fine. That doesn't bother me at all. Ooh, he hit me for 40. But it does dynamically change how you look at things and how you hunt things. Oh god, we just started wave 2. And I'm all out of alcohol. So, technically I should be doing the Yogs right now, because I don't have my Yog plushie yet. This would all count toward the Cultist plushie if I had the Yog plushie already, which I don't. Oh, how the frick do you pronounce it? So, I understand that this comes from the term catechism. So, Katechumen, it's how I believe this is pronounced. That is very interesting. Cultists do cold damage. Thank you, DME. That is really good information to have. I honestly should be doing this. Cultist convert? Why is a convert so high in level? Okay, wait, that's a dumb question. So, converts are high in level because converts are the biggest zealots you'll ever find. But still. Now they're coming up to my level. So the good about this is that they are spread out enough to where the chances of me getting too many of them at once is very, very low. The downside for them being so spread out is that it takes you longer to run your ass over to where the next one is. Now part of the problem is that I'm not using guns. And that's on me. But that's okay. See, I can actually reach them from here with fireballs. Jammed. I'm gonna have to heal after this. Come on. Thank you. Oh, maybe not. Oh, lifesteal. Right. It makes a huge difference. It doesn't seem like a lot because you only get like 3-4 points per shot, but it makes a difference. Detonating things. Global! Holy shit! That's 96 ped. That is awesome! That is awesome! I just made almost $10 off of that. That is amazing. That's US dollars. Thank you, horse. Paint can blue. Which is amazing, except I want the dark blue. Or better yet, paint clan. Paint can black. Like, getting one of those is a off. I know it's not, but still. Black is such a rare color for paints. Good luck finding the damn thing. Okay, so cultists do 40% impact damage, 30% penetration damage, 15% cold damage, and 15% acid damage. So your best bet is to put 5 Bs on Ghost Armor. Holy shit. That was close. But that acid damage and that cold damage is still going to hurt you. Because that's for 30%, but it's still going to reduce everything else. I don't have 5 Bs. I really need to invest the money. I haven't yet. Continue to pull this down and see where the wave event takes us. Once we're done killing, whichever one comes for, what comes second, either the end of the wave event or the end of the daily, will mark the end of the live stream. Whoops, let's hit him with a sword. My ability to hit him with a sword is better than my ability to hit him with a fireball. Which is in large part because of the amp I have on this thing. Which has already taken 20 pet and durability damage. Oh my god. My repair bill. Ugh. Which is fine because I've gotten all kinds of stuff, but still. Still makes me kind of shudder to think about the repair bill. Yeah, okay, so we got a shitload of thyroid oil, so I guess it's gonna work out. Come on. So I'm curious, why do they get this close if they can attack from range? That might be the way just the algorithm works, but still, it's like, you've got a ranged ability. Why would you want to be point blank where I can hit you with a sword? You should be running the fuck away from me. I still have over 700 hits with this. What's the pumpkin thing? Halloween candy box. Increased run speed by 20% for 20 minutes. Reload speed for 20 minutes and critical... You know what? Let's consume that. Look at all of those buffs. That's going to help. Look at how much faster I swing the sword. Holy shit. It's because I'm on a sugar high. Not really, not for any particular reason. I am saving the Easter one, but the next Easter one comes up pretty quick here. It's called Easter Mayhem, and these come out of the Easter Strong boxes. So it might be worth it for me to use that here pretty quick, because Easter Mayhem's coming up next, or in April. I love how it looks like he's like right on top of me. It explodes in my face, but doesn't hurt me because he's actually over there. I'm surprised that it takes so long to clear one wave. And it hasn't timed out on me, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so Yogs, our infamous spidery friends, do 22% impact, 30% cut, 18% stab. No, I'm sorry. 22% impact, 30% cut, 30% stab, 18% acid. And if it's above level 6, or I'm sorry, level 6 and above, there's some cold mixed in there too. Oh, right, sword. Fuck my life. I deserved it, I wasn't paying attention, but still. Come on. I'd prefer not to die by lag. If I die because I'm an idiot, that's a different story. It's really good to be fighting using the lifesteal again. I told you get spoiled to it real quick. I might have to do a whole live stream on this particular wave event. It takes so long to get through one wave. I'm not sure you can do it in the short amount of time we've been here. Because we're only on wave 2. It's 23:19, and I'm not sure I can get through the whole thing. Wave 3. Hey, we got a gun. We have 2 guns. Nice. No, I don't want to equip the gun. I want to see the information on the gun. Well within our wheelhouse. We get 12 pet off of it. Cool bean. So shubs do 35% impact, 15% cut, 30% stab, and 20% penetration. Which is good to know because ghost armor isn't the best against penetration, but Vigilante is. So we might have to go and use Vigilante when fighting the shubs. And there are no stats on the Shoggoths because they're so low no one bothered to care. Which is fair because there's so many Shoggoths that you can just like one hit. It's like, let's find out what this is. Boom. Oh. Just not worth it. Fair enough. So we can use that one. Can we use this one? Oh yeah. The two of these have very similar DPS values. We might have to look at them. Oh, we finished the daily. So according to DME, there are 5 waves and then the boss. Which is good, but it might mean that I have to wait until tomorrow to actually do this. Because it's 23:23 and I need to sleep. And so I'm going to call it here. Let us pull out our Sleipnir. Sleipnir. There we go. As much as I hate to, it's getting late enough to where I have to get to bed. So we're going to return to Colonel Wang. We're going to get the tokens. Yes, I've left the wave event area. Believe me, I will be back. I need to arrange an event in the ring. Because IRL, I would totally be doing that. Okay. Alright, we are going to call it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Also, please consider becoming a patron. Go to patreon.com/JulianMcBain. You'll get a copy of my ebook, The Modern Entropian. I'm currently working on the ebook for Personal Finance for Gamers. Please go check it out. I really appreciate all the support. You all have a wonderful night.